Danganronpa 2 is getting a remake. These are not words I ever thought would be coming out of my mouth. And not only is this a remake, oh no, that would be too boring. They went ahead and put a whole ass new Danganronpa game in this Danganronpa game. Who comes up with this though? This guy, that's who. Okay, so for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which you probably do, it's been a while. Danganronpa 2x2 will apparently feature an entirely new scenario that plays out completely differently from the story we all know and love. One that's just as long with new trials, killers, victims, all that. Bruh. So I thought, going off of what we already know about Danganronpa 2, let's try and predict what this new scenario is gonna look like. Who are the new culprits gonna be? Who is gonna bite the bullet? And who is gonna survive this new killing game? So for those who are going to be experiencing Danganronpa 2 for the first time with this remake, you might want to click off this video, go play the game, and then make sure to come back to this video after you're done. Love you. Know that this video is just for fun. I'm not Weeby News, okay? I'm not about to start analyzing how many pimples Nagiro's got on his ass, okay? It'll just be interesting to look back on this video after playing 2x2 and seeing where my own logic falls apart. I could be cooking too close to the sun here, or I could be thinking too small. Who knows? I could be like, nah, Chiaki would never murder anyone, and then turns out she's responsible for the first triple kill in the series. Remember, this is Kodaka we're talking about. This man's a troll, a very unpredictable one at that. I see Kodaka as someone who values pure shock value over doing something right. Right, as in following standard, satisfying story conventions. This could just be another normal Danganronpa game where we get 6 chapters, each with very well-made murder cases. But if Kodaka's involved, he could just go, okay, let's not do that this time. How about this instead? Half the cast dies in the first chapter. Story conventions, what are those? He could do that. To make this extra fun, I'm gonna put a rule in place. The moment I decide to label someone as being either a killer, survivor, or victim, I am not allowed to go back on my decision. Meaning, if I end up saying something stupid, I have to stand by it and continue to label the other characters. If you happen to enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe and stick around for what's to come. I do have a Patreon now, so if you're feeling extra generous, please consider supporting me over there as well. Now, before getting into discussing 2x2 itself, Danganronpa 2 is a game that is very, very special to me. It was the first visual novel I ever played. Yes, even before Danganronpa 1, that was a dumb call by me. As special as this game is to me, I've rarely ever talked about it on this channel. So, just so we're all on the same page, boom, my character tier list. This will be a good refresher on the game, as the characters are what make a Danganronpa game. I don't have a lot of wild opinions. I think that the majority of fans would agree with these placements, but let's go over them real quick. Last place, Akane. Can't stand her ass. Every time she opens her mouth, I just want to die. Next, Hiyoko Sayanji. This one bears no explaining. She has the potential to be much higher though if she actually survives longer this time and is given the proper character development. Number 14, Peko. The dumb, sparkling justice bit ruined this whole character for me, as well as her trial. Number 13, Teru Teru. Keep him on a leash and maybe I'll have a higher opinion of him this time. You might be into that though. Number 12, Ibuki. Conversations with Ibuki can be mentally and physically exhausting, but she's a kind soul. She reminds me of Phoebe from Friends. Number 11, Mikan. I like Mikan, but she kind of makes it harder to recommend this game to normal people. Number 10, Sonia Nevermind. A great character. She's kind of whatever for the first 4 chapters of the game, but she brought a lot of emotional value to chapter 5. She really shined in that trial. Number 9, Kazuichi, my man. Is he an asshole sometimes? Absolutely. Is he a simp? Hell yeah, he is, but he's a lovable simp. Number 8, Byakuya, or the ultimate imposter. The first to die, but man does he leave a big, and I mean big, impact on it. And I'm almost positive he'll play an even bigger role this time. Okay, I'll stop. Number 7, Mahiru. Out of everyone here, I think Mahiru has the biggest potential to be a kind of secondary main character type character in this new scenario, like your Kyokos and your Chiakis. She dies early in the original story, but she's kind, she's fearless, and she's one of the most normal people in this series dominated by complete weirdos. Number 6, Nekomaru. my brother. That speech after he comes back as Mechamaru, that lives rent-free in my head. Number 5, Hajime, my favorite main character in this series. People don't give Hajime enough credit. This guy's got some great lines for what's supposed to be your typical beta bitch protagonist. Number 4 is Gundam. If I have to explain to you why I like Gundam, what the hell is wrong with you? Number 3, Fuyuhiko, my other brother, goes from complete shithead to the guy you can always count on. Number 2, Chiaki. When they were making this game, they were probably at the Spike Chunsoft studio, and then one guy said, hey, how about we just make like the most perfect woman to ever exist. Then they made Chiaki. And number 1 is Nagito, and Nagito is Nagito, therefore he is number 1. Okay, let's start theorizing. We got our wonderful cast of characters all here. First thing we gotta think about is, out of these people, who has it in them to kill someone in the first place? Some characters you can just look at, get to know, and conclude, yeah, you're not killing anyone anytime soon, at least not intentionally. Reminder that they could throw in a curveball like something like a despair disease that causes people to not act like themselves. That's another thing. Are Monokuma's incentives gonna be the same this time? Are we going through the murder syndrome game again? The fun house? Are they gonna be different this time? But if I start thinking like that, the possibilities are very much endless, so let's not do that right now. I kind of want to talk about these 3 first, what are essentially the game's main characters. Let's rip the band-aid right off and just jump to Chiaki. Okay, but let's be real. Chiaki isn't surviving this game, bro. That would give us too much hope. We'd finish this game and half of us would be like, oh well, at least Chiaki's alive this time. And that's not enough to nurture Kuraka's little twisted ass mind. The second I heard all new scenario, I thought, yep, Kuraka's cooking up a new way to kill off Chiaki. And she's not killing anyone. I'm not even considering the possibility. Now we know she's gonna die, right? When is she gonna die though? Could she be the first victim, I wonder? Remember, the first victim in every Danganronpa game is always someone of great relevance to the plot. And if it's not Fat Byakuya again, which it won't be, and it's not gonna be Nagito, come on, fans would be pissed. Hajime, I'll get to him in a second. But yeah, who else other than the supposed traitor and Future Foundation member, right? But that would suck really bad. So I'm gonna label her as victim for now, but not the first victim. I'll figure out when she dies later. Reminder that I'm not allowed to change these labels. She's a victim now and forever. Let's do Hajime. Now some might be confused, like, why do I have to discuss Hajime? He's the main character. He's not killing anyone, and of course he's surviving. No, it's not that far-fetched to have Hajime die and have us control Nagito for the rest of the game, but as fun as that sounds, number 1, we've already gone through something like that, and 2, Nagito and Hajime both need to be alive for a significant portion of the game, otherwise there is no game. I thought about them doing something crazy like having Nagito die first and have Fuyuhiko carry on the role of rival, but I don't know. I didn't think coming up with theories would be this hard. Anyway, Hajime is surviving. I really doubt they pull a protagonist switch late into the game. I'm gonna leave Nagito for later, actually, mostly because I have zero clue what they're going to do with this guy this time around. Just thinking about it is giving me a headache. But anyway, back to who the first victim could possibly be. If it's not Chiaki, who then? Okay, hear me out. Fuyuhiko. I don't want it to be. I love Fuyuhiko just as much as I do Chiaki, actually. But when I think of relevant characters in Chapter 1 of Danganronpa 2, Fuyuhiko pops up. He was the guy saying, I have no problem killing anyone, and he was playing emo Bloner Boy the entire time, making him an easy target. I doubt that's gonna change much. Who kills him? We'll get to that. Now, Kazuichi. Kazuichi is such okay, I wouldn't say kind soul, but it's really hard for me to imagine him killing anybody. Unless he was pressured into it. And we gotta remember, Nagito exists. He could very easily manipulate someone into killing like he did with Teru Teru. And sadly, I think Kazuichi is just naive enough to actually fall for it. He might even be the first Blackened of the game. And that is indeed my prediction. Kazuichi is the first Blackened of the game. And this is actually why I backed out of my Chiaki dying first theory, because man, Kazuichi would never put his hands on a woman, and no matter what Nagito's bitch ass says. So anyway, I'm locking in. Chapter 1. Victim. Fuyuhiko Hizuryu. Killer. Kazuichi Soda. Motive. Nagito is a bitch-ass motherfucker. But now, since Fuyuhiko is dead, according to me, there is someone else we have to address. Peko. Yeah, so if Fuyuhiko dies, I'm almost positive Peko is gonna make it out alive. Without Fuyuhiko around, she would feel completely aimless. Murdering anyone would be pointless. Unless she gets to Kazuichi before Monokuma gets the chance to carry out his punishment, that is. And if anyone's planning a murder, I highly doubt they're gonna be targeting the invincible samurai woman who can very easily kick their ass. Unless she literally loses any will to live and sacrifices herself, which is possible. But from a storytelling perspective, why kill her off again when she gets this chance to redeem herself, right? Akane, huh? Yeah, I could see her killing someone. If someone pisses her off enough, she's the type to lose all sense of self, especially if food is involved. But truth be told, I think she's gonna be a victim. Why? Let's be real. Do you honestly believe Akane is gonna be smart enough to get away with murder? Brother, we could just be like, okay, so come around everyone. Dear friends, comrades, if the culprit who killed Nagito's stupid ass confesses right now, lifetime supply of fried chicken. And she would just be like, yep, over here, it's me. So yeah, I'm putting Akane as victim. I don't know who kills her, but there's no shot she's surviving this time. If she does, I'll be so freaking pissed. But now, when is she gonna die? I say chapter 2. The only reason I think that is, I think we're skipping the whole Mekamaru plotline this time. And one way that would happen is if Akane is not around to challenge Monokuma out of nowhere this time. Now this is a stretch because Akane's got legit zero plot relevance to Twilight Syndrome Murder case if that's coming back. But I've gotten this far, let's see. Out of these people, who is most likely to kill Akane? The only one I can think of is Teru. After all, we don't really know a whole lot about his morals. He didn't stick around long enough for us to figure those out. Would he lay his hands on a woman? He might, we don't know. And listen, at least one of the blackened from the original game are going to kill again. Otherwise, it would be too predictable, right? So yeah, prediction for chapter 2. Victim, Akane Owari. Killer, Teru Hanamura. Motive, let me get back to you on that. I don't know about this theory, man, but I'm sticking to it. Wait, I just realized. If Fuyuhiko's dead, Monokuma would have no reason to pull out the Twilight Syndrome murder game. So a different motive would almost be, and would kind of be necessary for chapter 2, right? Now, don't think about it too much, just go with the flow. Now, Nekomaru, I think of the same way I do Akane. We already know he's capable of killing someone, but plotting a whole ass murder scheme? Yeah, that's not his style. This man can't keep a secret to save his life, come on. Plus, if he had killed Gundam that one time, he would have just been, you guys, so this and that happened, and yeah, I killed him. It was me. I did it. So you guys carry on living. That's the kind of guy he is, right? As much as I want Nekomaru to survive this time, buff guys don't survive Danganronpa games. We've come to learn that the hard way. Okay, but here's the kicker. Hear me out. I think Nekomaru is gonna be a killer, but not a blackened. Let me explain. I think Nekomaru is gonna be the chapter 3 killer and victim. After all, we've never seen what he's like infected with the despair disease, have we? Who knows? He could be infected with Ibuki's gullible disease this time, and some other character with the remembering disease, like Mikan did last time, could convince him to partake in their plan, only to kill him right after. Of course, as I said, we'll be skipping the whole Mekamaru plotline this time. That's how they'll make it different. He does kill someone, but since he won't be a blackened, I'm labeling him as victim. Also, I realized that they might switch it up this time and have a chapter 3 with only a single culprit, a single victim this time, sorry. But I have a feeling that they won't be breaking that tradition anytime soon. But now, who's going to be the one plotting this whole thing? Who's tricking Nekomaru? Something I haven't discussed thus far is the application of character talents in these cases. And among these peeps, who would you say is the best at commanding others to do stuff? Sonya, never mind. Finally putting that ultimate princess talent to good use. Or evil use. Really f***ed up and evil usage here. We've seen her do it in the anime. You gotta admit, I'm cooking with this one. She would use Nekomaru to murder someone brutally, then kill Nekomaru with some poison or something, and then just be like, ooh, I'm just a small little dainty girl. I would never murder anyone in such a gruesome manner. Possible, right? But anyway, who does Sonya get Nekomaru to kill, you ask? It'll be Gundam, of course. Yep, how the tables have turned. When I was considering possible victims, under Gundam, I wrote, probably not a victim, those hamsters are way too OP. Gundam's essentially got 8 separate sets of eyes with him at all times, so it'll be a challenge to get the jump on him. But remember, this is Sonya we're talking about, the same person Gundam entrusted his hamsters to after his death. And on top of that, this is going to be a 2-man job. Those hamsters are not going to be a problem. Sonya can easily distract them. Out of all my theories, I do think this one's the most plausible, so I'm calling it. My prediction for Chapter 3 is victims, Gundam Tanaka and Nekomaru Nidai. Killer, Sonya Nevermind. Motive, remembering disease made her go crazy pants. Now Chapter 4 is the one I'm most about. It's like, there's no way we're doing the fun house again, right? We already know the trick behind it. So what the hell are we gonna do this time? I got no clue. But there is one thing that is consistent among all Chapter 4 Blackened, and that is that their motives are often morally sound, I guess. And not the best word to use for murdering someone. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? We sympathize the most with Chapter 4 culprits. That's one thing we can expect, but seeing as we have no clue what the motive could be this time, this line of thought is a dead end. So instead, I'm basing my prediction by looking at these 2 characters here, Mahiru and Hiyoko. And I'm thinking to myself, one of these 2 is dying, as any one of their deaths would greatly affect the other. And sadly, I do think it'll be Mahiru who goes out. I hate to say it, because I'm down for Mahiru playing the same kind of role Kyoko and Chiaki do in these games, but that will only work if Chiaki dies early, which I've already decided against. So Chapter 4 seems like a good spot for her to go out, gives us more time with her without having to sacrifice the role Chiaki plays in the story. But who is gonna kill her? That's a tough one, but I mean, out of these guys left, I guess Mikan, but it's also hard picturing Mikan killing someone without being under the influence of any bullshit disease. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about this one a bit more, but for now, Mikan is a killer. Would be interesting to see Hiyoko's reaction to Mikan killing Mahiru. Wait. Did I mess up? Could Mahiru kill someone? I never considered it because she's such a sweetheart, but could there possibly be something that pushes her so far as to commit murder? No, I don't think so. I mean, it's too late anyway. I thought about her killing Mikan or Ibuki instead, but I don't think it's possible, man. It's Mahiru. So of course, that means Hiyoko's surviving. Let's hope that means she'll show us a more likable side of herself this time. So anyway, that means Chapter 4, victim, is Mahiru Koizumi. Killer, Mikan Tsumiki. Motive, Monokuma probably messes with her in some way. Mikan's an easy target. If I'm right about this, can we at least get a Mikan execution that doesn't suck complete ass? Now I do want to talk about Fat Byakuya. I've been sitting on him for quite a while. When I think of the possibility of Fat Byakuya killing someone, my brain does an immediate nope, not happening. This man is far too righteous to even consider the concept of killing someone. But is that really true? He could possibly kill someone to save someone else, but he's more the type to sacrifice himself, right? But here's the thing. I get this feeling that at some point in this new scenario, he's gonna pull a genocide jack on us and drop his fake persona mid-trial. That would be hype. Am I wrong? And here's some more food for thought. What if all that virtue he's known for is fake as well? After all, the way he acts when he's dressed as Byakuya is simply how he thinks the ultimate affluent progeny would act despite never having met the guy. We barely know anything about this man's true nature. Murder might not be so beneath him given a strong enough incentive. So that's right, I'm saying that Fat Byakuya is the Chapter 5 Blackened this time. And guess whose death we haven't discussed thus far? Chiaki. This is what I'm suggesting. Chapter 5. Victim, Chiaki Nanami. Killer, the ultimate imposter. Motive, Chiaki's involvement with Future Foundation. That of course leaves these two. I'm gonna say Ibuki's a survivor. Now that Kazuichi's gone, she gets to fill the role of comic relief character that somehow made it out alive. But that leaves us with this piece of shit. I got no idea what to do with this guy. Listen, he's not killing anyone, okay? He's got too much of a hope winner for everybody to even think about it. He's either surviving or getting murdered. But how do I figure out which of these two? Okay, what would Nagito do in this situation? He'd rely on his luck, wouldn't he? Okay, that's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm flipping a coin. If he's really lucky, then we'll get the outcome he actually wants. Okay, let's say heads, he survives. Tails, he dies. Okay, go. He's surviving. Lady Luck is on his side, I see, as always. As for Chapter 6, I don't know what they're going to do this time. Are we doing the whole Remnants of Despair reveal again? I doubt it. Hell, they might even reveal that plot point way earlier this time. But anyway, there we go. Those are my predictions for Danganronpa 2x2. I don't know how I feel. I feel like I'm thinking too small here. My Chapter 3 theory I'm very proud of, but my other ones got some really flimsy reasoning, I gotta admit. That's what I get for trying to understand how Kodaka's mind works. But maybe you guys got some better ideas, so let me know what your theories are down in the comments. Subscribe for more gaming content just like this, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you.